Start.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, first untuk subjek supervision, kita ada projek kumpulan. Kita kena buat pasal case study water cards dekat Lembah Kelang. So, kat sini kita nak bincangkan ni lah untuk kita agihkan tugas untuk setiap seorang.
Okay.
Okay, tugasan pertama kita ada report. So, dalam report ni ada beberapa section lah yang korang kena buat. Antaranya executive summary, introduction, context, approach, appendix dengan reference list. So kat sini ya kita nak bagikan tugas siapa volunteer lah nak ambil mana-mana ke.
Aku buat apa?
Ada yang volunteer ke nak ambil bahagian?
Jap. Nak tengok. Apa ya? Okay. Aku nak volunteer dulu boleh?
Boleh.
Okay. Aku ambil bahagian approach dengan executive summary. Nanti aku Google lah maksud dia apa. Tak tahu maksud dia apa.
Kau cari lah macam mana nak buat executive
Baik,
summary tu dengan buat approach.
Settle.
Okay. Lagi ada siapa nak buat?
Aku ambil yang lalas lah.
Ya. Sesuai tu.
Conclusion. Kak Saiful ambil conclusion boleh? Saiful?
Boleh.
Boleh Sama ambil apa sama?
Aku tinggal apa yang tadi?
Apa yang tinggal lah?
Appendix. Kau ambil yang tu lah.
Appendix.
Lepas tu untuk konteks ni aku cadangkan lah kita pecahkan 4 bahagian.
Boleh.
Pertama kita ambil punca. Lepas tu kita ambil kesan. Lepas tu kontroversi dengan solution dia.
Solution.
So untuk punca, aku rasa aku ambil punca lah. Aku nak ambil punca. Siapa nak ambil kesan? Kau ambil kesan
Kau ambil kesan.
Tadi kalau tadi Saiful ambil last, yang ni aku ambil last lah. Conclusion.
Kau ambil solution.
Solution.
Aku biasa kontroversi lah tengah-tengah.
Kau memang
setuju.
muka pun berkontroversi tu. Memang boleh. Okay, so executive summary Luqman ambil.
Ya saya.
Introduction aku ambil introduction. Okay. Lepas tu konteks kita ada point masing-masing untuk konteks. Lepas tu conclusion Saiful.
Aku ambil conclusion.
Appendix ni si Osama ambil. Lepas tu reference list ni nanti kita kumpulkan lah link masing-masing
web apa yang kita guna lah kan?
Link yang kita rujuk.
Okay.
Lepas tu selain daripada report kita kena buat video presentation juga. So cadangan aku lah video presentation ni kita keluarkan poin-poin dari konteks tadi. Yang 4 benda tadi tu.
Macam aku kalau aku macam solution jadinya dekat video presentation tu solution lah. Okay. Faham.
Okay.
Nanti seorang siapkan slide.
Lepas
tu nanti kita buat video presentation lah.
Itu videonya masukkan dalam YouTube kan?
Kita masuk dalam YouTube.
Okay.
Jadi kalau macam aku untuk punca ni aku rasa aku akan ambil yang pertama, aku ambil sisa buangan toksik daripada kilang. Sebab benda ni kan aku rasa kalau cakap pasal pencemaran air, potongan air ni memang common ni benda ni. Kilang memang punca dia kan, memang punca betul kilang tu.
Memang punca.
Lepas tu second aku buat pembalakan. Sebab pembalakan ni aku rasa banyak kot dia punya sebab. Antaranya kalau ranting-ranting pokok tu dia dah termasuk dalam air tu, dia boleh block kan flow saluran air.
Dia tersumbat lah.
Dia tersumbat. Lepas tu aku buat sisa buangan yang tak terkawal, pembuangan sampah tak terkawal. Satu yang terakhir aku rasa aku nak buat pasal ni, penggunaan baja kimia dalam industri pertanian. Sebab aku rasa benda tu mengalir masuk dalam sungai, cemarkan sungai, lepas tu pemotongan air.
Betul tu.
Lepas tu dalam punca kau nak buat apa, Saiful, punca?
Aku kesan kan. Aku rasa
kau kesan kesan.
Tiga macam main effect lah. Macam first, of course lah dekat human kan. Dekat kita. Second, dekat environment. Yang
Persekitaran
persekitaran. Yang ketiga tu dekat ekonomi lah. Macam efek dekat kita. Macam pencemaran air ni kan boleh bawa macam-macam penyakit kan.
Betul.
Macam ekonomi pula, of course lah, kalau tempat tu tercemar, pelancong tak main, orang nak berniaga kat situ pun dah jadi macam kurang lah.
Ekonomi terjejas.
Ekonomi terjejas. Lepas tu environment dah tercemar, ikan pun mati, habitat musnah, macam tu lah.
Okay.
Tu kesan lah. Okay. Lepas tu kontroversi?
Macam aku pula kontroversi, aku ambil kalau kat ni aku ambil kat berita macam Astro Awani punya berita. Lepas tu kalau kat aku harian, aku ambil kat berita harian dengan harian Metro. Berita TV3 pun ada kak. Aku ada tengok. Dia cakap
pasal kau refer budak lah tu semua lah.
Pula bateri. Okay.
Solution.
Okay, kalau untuk solution ada banyak. Tapi antaranya lah yang aku nak buat, kita buat kempen. Kita buat kempen macam kempen kesedaran lah bagi
jagalah alam sekitar
macam tu. Kempen macam tu lah. Lebih kurang macam tu lah. Lepas tu lagi aku nak buat ni guna semula air. Kalau BI dia apa? Reuse water. Reuse water. Macam air hujan ke apa kan kita boleh ada macam kilang ke apa yang boleh proses kan air tu untuk jadikan dia air bersih. Boleh suling dia macam tu lah. Lepas tu satu lagi ni point ni apa BM dia? Sustainable Water Management. Kawalan air macam tu kot. Macam empangan ke apa macam tu lah. Aku rasa lah. Aku tak faham sangat maksud dia apa. Sustainable Water Management. Tu antara point yang aku buat lah.
Okay, maksudnya semua dah ada task lah masing-masing dah ada kerja. Jadi kita nanti kalau ada apa-apa problem, projek dalam grup WhatsApp.
Okay.
Okay, tu je lah.
Okay.
Dah boleh dapat kerja masing-masing. Okay.
Nanti boleh siapkan lah, lepas tu kumpul semua bahan. Jadi boleh hantar, okay.
Bye.
Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I bid to all. Okay, today we are from group 17. We will present our group project named as Case Study Watercards in Klang Valley. So, there are 4 main topics that we will present in this presentation. First one, they are the causes of environmental problems. Next, we have the effect of environmental problems. Number 3, we have the controversy around the environmental problem. And lastly, we have claim and solution. Okay, before we start, let me introduce first our group members. My name is Muhammad Arif Hazim bin Tajuddin and I will present about the causes of environmental problems. Next, we have Muhammad Saiful Azhar bin Shafi'i. He will be present about the effect of environmental problems. Next, we have Ahmad Usama bin Nazar. He will present about the controversy around environmental problem. And lastly, we have Luqman Hazim bin Yusri. He will present about the claim and solution. And let's go to the causes of environmental problem. Okay, first, we have toxic waste from factory. Okay, the main reason of water pollution is the toxic waste from factories. As we knew, there are many factories that are operated next to river and easily they can discharge the toxic into the river because for them it does not require a high cost. As an example, in 3rd September 2020, 1,292 areas in Selangor, included Klang Valley, experienced an unscheduled water supply disruption following the halting of operations the water treatment plants in Sungai Selangor phases 1, 2, 3 and Rantau Panjang due to odor pollution that was later identified to have come from a factory in Rawang. This disruption was the longest for Selangor in 2020, yet with the supply fully restored by 9 am 6 days later. Number 2 is deforestation. Logging activities are also cause the river pollution. Logging activities are from manufacturing and development industry. River pollution will occur following the realization of soil particles born because of there are no roots that bind the soil structure. The soil erosion will easily happen and will contaminate the river. The branches of trees also will block the river flow and occurrence the natural disasters such as flash floods and epidemic disease like dengue. The quality of water for domestic will be reduced due to the deposition of abundant soil in river water. Therefore, the activity of widespread logging will undoubtedly have detrimental effects on rivers. Okay, number 3, the causes of environmental problem is uncontrolled waste disposal. Okay, dumping waste is also one of the main reasons of water pollution. Dumping waste from residential areas along rivers, lakes and the sea is the source of water contamination. The uncontrolled waste disposal such as trash and oil can change the quality of water and contribute to contamination. As an example, around 1980s, the Semenyih River was one of the rivers that contaminated by pig manure. Okay, number 4, the cause of environmental problems is the usage of chemical fertilizer from agriculture industries. So, the removal of fertilizers and chemical pesticides from agriculture areas also results in water pollution. Rainwater will flow the chemical fertilizers and pesticides used by farmers into the river. The true techniques to fertilize the plants is just half fertilizer needed to make sure the fertilizer absorbs to the soil and not flows into the water during rain. But the farmers always hire foreign workers who do not have the knowledge to cultivate their crops. This toxic substance will kill airborne life and also use the oxygen content in the river and in turn approach the ecosystem. Okay, next I would like to invite Muhammad Saiful Azhar bin Shafi'i to present about the effect of environmental problems. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Saiful Azhar bin Shafi'i. Matric numbers AA190495, and I am responsible to explain about effect of environmental problem. First, the side effect is effect to our health. Virtually all types of water pollution are harmful to the health of human and animals. Water pollution may not damage our health immediately, but can be harmful after long-term exposure. Different forms of pollution affect the health of animals in different ways. Heavy metal from industry process can accumulate in nearby lakes and rivers. These are toxic to marine life such as fish and shellfish. They subsequently to the human who eat them. Heavy metal can slow development, result in birth defect, and some are carcinogenic. Industrial waste often contain many toxic compounds that damage the health of aquatic animals and those who eat them. Some of the toxic in industrial waste may only have a mild effect, whereas other can be fatal. They can cause immune suppression, reproductive failure, or acute poisoning. Microbial pollutant from sewage often result in infectious disease that affect aquatic life and terrestrial life through drinking water. Microbial water pollution is a major problem in the developing world, with diseases such as cholera and typhoid fever being the primary cause of infant mortality. Organic matter and nutrient cause an increase in aerobic algae and depletes oxygen from the water column. This causes the suffocation of fish and other aquatic organisms. Sulfate particles from acid rain can cause harm to health of marine life in the river and lake in contaminate and can result in mortality. Suspended particles in fresh water reduce the quality of drinking water for human and the aquatic environment for marine life. Suspended particles can often reduce the amount of sunlight penetrating the water, disrupting the growth of photosynthesis plant and microorganisms. Next point is effect to our economy. Water pollution can be damaging the economy as it can be expensive to treat and prevent contamination. Waste that does not break down quickly accumulate in the earth's water and eventually make its way to the ocean. Water pollution can be prevented by stopping pollutants from contaminating nearby water. There are a number of water treatment to prevent the pollution, such as biological filter, chemical additive, sand filter. This simple technique costs money to maintain, but prevention is much cheaper than cleaning up water pollution that has already occurred. The cost of pollution cleanup depends on many factors. The location of pollution is important in determining how much the cleanup will cost. If the combination is in the area that is easy to get to, then the cleanup cost will be cheaper. The contaminating size also need to be considered. The larger the area the contamination, the more expensive the cost to clean up. The type of pollution may also have an effect on the clean up cost. Some pollution are more difficult to clean up than others and therefore more expensive. The last point is effect to our environment. There are many different types of water pollution and all have different adverse effect on the environment. Heavy metal from industrial process can accumulate in nearby lakes and river. These are toxic to marine life such as fish and shellfish and can affect the rest of the food chain. This means that entire animal community can be badly affected by this type of pollutant. Industrial waste often contain many toxic compounds that damage the health of aquatic animals and those who eat them. Some toxic affect the reproductive success of marine life and can therefore disrupt the community structure of an aquatic environment. Microbial pollutants from sewage often result in infectious disease that infect aquatic life and terrestrial life through drinking water. This often increase the number of mortalities seen within an environment. Organic matter and nutrient cause an increase. Organic matter and nutrient cause an increase in aerobic algae and depletes oxygen from the water column. This is called acidification and cause the suffocation of fish and other aquatic organisms. Sulfate particles from acid rain change the pH of water, making it more acidic. This damages the health of marine life in the river and lake. It contaminate and often increase the number of mortalities within an environment. Suspended particles can often reduce the amount of sunlight penetrating the water, disrupting the growth of photosynthesis plant and microorganisms. This has subsequent effect on the rest of aquatic community that depend on this organism to survive. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and good evening. My name Ahmad Usama bin Nazar. My matric number AA191939. So today I would like to present about controversy around environment problem. Okay, first we can see first clipping from Sinar Harian, and second from Astro Awani, and the third from BH Online. Okay, we go to next slide. This clippings news from Harian Metro, and second from Astro Awani Twitter and Berita Harian Twitter, BH Online Twitter. Okay. Based on the news clippings above shows that some irresponsible purchasers have polluted the river. This is due to the lack of awareness of the environment, which results in various pollution and damage to the environment. In addition, an environment such as a river is a source of raw water meant for all Malaysians. When water has been polluted, daily human activities will be affected because there is no source of clean water to be enjoyed and used to carry out daily activities. Furthermore, when there is water pollution, this can cause human health to be affected and the occurrence of food poisoning, dizziness, abdominal pain, and others. The issue of water pollution must be taken seriously by the authorities in order to be resolved successfully. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, for the claim and solution part, I have 4 claim and solution to solve the water cuts problem at Selangor. So here are the solution that I make, which is first is reclaim water. The second one is sustainable water management. The third one is awareness and education. And the last one is water price regulation and water utilities. Okay, for reclaim waters, rainwater harvesting and recycle wastewater also allow to reduce scarcity and ease pressures on groundwater and other natural water bodies. Groundwater recharge that allows water moving from surface water to groundwater is a well-known process to prevent water scarcity. Water use, also commonly known as water recycling or water reclamation, reclaims water from a variety of sources, then treats and uses it for beneficial purpose such as agriculture and irrigation, potable water supplies, groundwater replenishment, industrial processes, and environmental restoration. Water use can provide alternatives to existing water supplies and be used to enhance water security, sustainability, and resilience. Okay. The next one is sustainable water management.
Sustainable water management means using water in a way that meets current ecological, social, and economic needs without compromising the ability to meet those needs in the future. It requires water managers to look beyond jurisdictional boundaries and their immediate supply operation, managing water collaboratively while seeking resilient regional solutions that minimize risks. Okay, the next one is awareness and education. Education is critical to solve the water crisis. In fact, in order to cope with future scarcity, it is necessary to radically reform all forms of consumption, from individual use to the supply chains of large companies. Here's how you can follow suit and encourage water conservation within your community. There are two examples here. First one is lead by example, which is you do and they will learn from you what you do and they will do the same as you do, like that. So the next one is give people a reason to save. You must give reason why people must follow you to save water. So if uh, you give reason to them, they will understand why they need to save water. Okay, so the next one is start an in-person conservation. Means you talk to one by one your community, your neighborhood, just one by one. Don't talk to all of them. Just talk one by one, so they will easy to understand what you want to say. Okay, the next one is water price regulation and water utilities. Water pricing is a means of exercising a public policy about water. Water prices have been steadily rising the past years due to the high demand and the fact the water quality has deteriorated and demands additional processing before it is provided to consumers. Today's water consumers have been bequeathed from their ancestors. Water sources containing a lot of accumulated pollution which have not been there as a result of the current consumer activities, but the past generation, less progress towards efficient water pricing has taken place in agriculture compared to domestic and industrial sectors. Agriculture water is still heavily subsidized, transmitting distorted message to farmers. Okay, that's all for the claim and solution. Thank you.